I'm honestly so excited that she put this out. Like, you guys have no idea. I mean, high school me is jumping up and down. Hey bookworms, welcome to my channel. I'm Sydney Alexis, and today I'll be talking to you guys about Midnight Sun. Everybody was probably going through the same things during this pandemic. You know, we were bored, we watched all of our Netflix shows and movies and Hulu shows and movies. So it was perfect timing for Stephanie to announce her new book, right? Stephanie Meyer announced that she was going to publish Midnight Sun, I want to say back in March, early April maybe, don't quote me exactly. It was released on Twitter on the Fickle Fish Films account, which is a publishing account that Stephanie Meyer and Megan Hibbett have to discover new literary talent and help bring their stories to life. So of course, they kept dropping these hints and times and days and the hours, and with a link that led to Stephanie's website. So of course, we're all freaking out. What's happening? What is it gonna be? I found myself hoping it would be a new Twilight book. Wasn't really sure how it would feel if it was Midnight Sun, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to the beginning. What is Midnight Sun? Midnight Sun is the exact telling of Twilight, but instead of from Bella's point of view, it's from Edward's point of view, right? We all wanted to know what he was thinking, right? I mean, to be honest, did I really want to know? I'm not sure. So let's get to the plot. I'm not giving too much away because we all know the story of Twilight. After her mom remarries a minor league baseball player, Bella moves to Forks, Washington to live with her dad and to let her mom travel on her own. She goes to school and meets Edward, falls in love with him, realizes that he's a vampire, but that doesn't deter her from being in love with him. So they form this relationship, and there's all different sorts of obstacles, and the main one being that he wants to drink her blood. He's attracted to her scent, and that's dangerous for him, his family, most importantly for her and her family, and it just becomes a huge mess. But now it's time for us to get into Edward's mind. And I mean that figuratively and literally, because remember, his gift is that he can read everyone's minds. But the one catch in that is that he can't read Bella's mind. Why? Well, we kind of find that out in Breaking Dawn. So I'm not gonna give that away. If you haven't read the Twilight Saga, you should kind of read it. Have you been hiding under a rock? Stephanie really pulled me into the world that I was drawn into in high school, right? Like, I was back in Forks in no time, you know, learning all about Edward. And not just Edward, it was really interesting to see what his family really thought of her, because I mean, we know obviously they ended up welcoming her with open arms, but at the end of the day, you didn't really get to know their character. You didn't really get to learn their character development until I want to say Eclipse, when they were deciding whether or not she should turn into a vampire. So in the Twilight world, there are two teams. You have Team Edward, which is obviously who she ends up with, who she ends up marrying. She has a kid with him. She's in love with him. Or if you're like me, you were Team Jacob. To be fair, I was Team Jacob way before I knew that Taylor Lautner was gonna play him in the movies. I respect how much he loved Bella, but this just wasn't it for me. Stephanie did an amazing job with this. She is such a great author that I found myself not wanting to put this book down. I mean, I didn't want to work. I didn't want to stop to cook dinner. I didn't want to go to sleep because I was reading this book. I mean, I read 200 pages the first night I got it. It was kind of crazy. I give this book 5 bookmarks out of 5. This is my rating system. I rate books 1 out of 5, kind of like stars, but instead of stars, we use bookmarks because we're bookworms, right? So for all you Twihards out there, if you didn't enjoy Midnight Sun as much as I did, no worries. Stephanie Meyer is putting out another 2 Twilight books because of how successful this one was. So bookworms, which one are you? Are you Team Jacob or Team Edward? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.